Very much so.
I'm trying to. I don't know.
Since he got married.
Wondering.
Right.
That's what I mean.
It is 6 o'clock. We are going to open with roll call. Mr. Oglesby. Mr. Reynolds. Here. Ms. Flint. Mr. Kier.
Here.
Mr. Hardy. Mr. LaTarner.
Here.
Ms. Jackson. Here. Will you all join in the pledge? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
He's married.
All right, first on the agenda, we have regular meeting minutes to approve from April 20th and library meeting minutes from December 16th.
I make a motion that we accept the minutes as have been presented to us and place them on file.
We have a motion by Bob LaTurner to accept the minutes and place on file.
Second.
A second by Jamie Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have bills to pay of $143,602.74.
I make a motion that we appropriate the funds to pay the bills.
We have a motion by Bob LaTurner to pay the bills.
Second.
Second by Jamie Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, next we have committees. Did you put this on? Pass those around, have you take a look. Just on that one. If you guys want to take a look too. They're just getting our new members into a committee. So finance, we have Mr. Harding, Mr. Oglesby, and Mr. LaTurner. Personnel would be Mr. LaTurner, Mrs. Reynolds, and Mr. Cure. Police and fire, we have Mrs. Reynolds, Mrs. Flint, and Mr. Oglesby. Parks and cemeteries, Ms. Flint, Mr. Cure, and Mr. Harding. Economic development, Mr. Cure, Ms. Jackson, and Mrs. Reynolds. Utilities would be Mr. Oglesby, Mr. Harding, and Ms. Jackson. Zoning, Mr. LaTurner, Ms. Jackson, and Ms. Flint. And landfill, Mr. LaTurner, Mr. Harding, and Mr. Cure. Any questions? Y'all okay with serving on those committees? Need that in a motion? Okay. Somebody would like to make a motion accepting the committees, if everyone's okay with the committee?
Does anybody want to change it? I make a motion that we accept them as they've been given. How do I say that? That's okay?
We have a motion by Bob LaTurner to accept the committees as presented.
Second.
Second by Nancy Flint. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. I wanted to bring up, we talked last meeting about soliciting a third party to come in and help out, take a look, do kind of give us their recommendation, their findings, whatever they thought. So I sent a few emails. I really was just looking around. I didn't even know where to look. Another gentleman, it was Mr. Ferguson, he reached out to me and said he knew of a company that he had worked with through FEMA, I think, and asked if he wanted to share the information. So I said yes. I hadn't heard back from them yet, but I did hear back from one. I received an email back from one company and talked to them today, very briefly. But if this is something you want to move forward with, their name is Apex. They're about 2.5 hours away. They're an environmental consulting group, and gave them a brief rundown of what was going on. And so what it looks like in talking to the lady that I spoke with, they would, the first step would be an initial walkthrough. That's what she called it. Those were her words of a walkthrough. So she said what that really would be, it would be about 2 hours on site. They would look things over, discuss options. I told them about the air monitoring and all the information we have online, so they were going to go ahead and look at that. And then they would basically go from there. So that would be the initial thing. What she said was a walkthrough. She did say she wanted to run that by, she called him an industrial hygienist to make sure that was the same page, but she said usually that's how they start out. And she gave me a rough estimate of $1,150. That would be with travel and everything for that first walkthrough for travel and everything. I haven't heard back yet. Again, that was just today, about her findings from the industrial hygienist. So I don't really know what she found out, but is that something you want to continue moving forward with once I hear back? Do you want me to wait and hear from another company? What would you?
How many companies are in your contract?
I sent 3 different emails, including that one, and then Mr. Ferguson, the company he knew, I could look and see what the name was, he was reaching out to them to give them our information, and as of, I think it was Thursday or Friday, he hadn't heard back from them yet. So that would be a 4th.
Do we know anything about Apex? Is this something they do all the time?
She told me they do, yes. Now again, our conversation was very brief. This was just a very initial conversation. So.
Well, I think we need to do something, like, we're just sitting here spinning our wheels. And, we got one company, let's try them.
Okay, so after I hear back from them, you're okay with taking the steps forward to at least get them here for a walkthrough. I think that's what it sounds like that first step would be.
Yes,
Do we need that in a motion?
I would.
Okay,
I make a motion that we get hold of Apex and go further with it.
okay, we have a motion by Mr. Cure to move forward with, I guess, contracting with Apex Company for an initial walkthrough. Is that okay, Mr. Cure?
Second.
We have a second from Jamie Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
All right, the other thing is, we had talked about a couple meetings ago, there was a question on, is there a, like a 24-hour system that would monitor, right? And Mr. Shane McKenzie that was here, he said yes. Well, he just recently got back, as of a few days ago, got back with Josh and I with what those look like. And so he sent us quotes, and they come as a rental. He said that's his advice, and he said he even put in this in writing. I get no kickbacks or benefits from giving advice on this. It's strictly just with his experience. Isn't that what he said? So there were 3 different ones he sent, and they also range in price. His last, let me just read from my email because I don't think that included. Is this the one that? Sorry, let me pull up this email real quick. unit. Okay, so it was the. Okay, so it would be this quote. So, here's what he said after he gave a breakdown. He said, I hate to give a recommendation, but I get zero kickback or compensation for this. If it were me, I would start by renting the cheaper single unit from quote, and he gave the quote number, which I have the quote here. He says, he would use the cheaper units for at least a couple of weeks to see if they register any readings, and then obviously continue to use our handheld one for the semi-daily readings. So what that looks like is it's a parts per million hydrogen sulfide sensor with wiring, with a tripod. Says with the sensor, with the case, and he did say, we brought up weather, if that was a thing, he said this one would be, have a case like to protect it from weather. And it would be $1,200 to rent it for the month.
How do they protect it from vandals?
Well,
Speed.
I don't think that that's included in this quote.
I mean, who's gonna sit out there and watch that? I can almost guarantee you some kids are gonna mess with it. Or adults.
For adults.
What does it do that we're not doing? Just 24 hours?
Yeah, continual.
Just in one spot.
I mean, you can move it, but it will only get, whatever the radius is in that one area. So I think it's just like if we were holding the machine, except it stays in that area for the whole time.
Some of the concern is that, as I heard in the meeting yesterday, correct me if I'm wrong, but since we're just doing periodic testing, we're not getting a great picture of what's happening over a 24-hour or a week period. Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this would put something in place that would do continuous measurements. I would recommend putting it closest to the source of the smell where we're getting those high readings out of the landfill.
Yep.
But that's just my opinion, so.
Yeah.
Like where would you sit that at? On someone's property?
I'd suggest
Where the gas is coming
southwest
out of the
corner.
landfill. That's
Or
where
up by the,
corner
on the
with
land,
chambers.
could we put it on the landfill?
I don't know.
I would hope we could.
I would hope we could, yeah, that would be the
City's
ideal spot.
property.
That would be the ideal spot. And then, we could rent as many of these as we wanted, to put them elsewhere. I think that was kind of a concern is, where do we put them where it's, I don't know if there's any guarantee that it won't be damaged, and then we would be, of course, responsible for whatever damage would be. He did say purchasing them outright would be upwards of probably 20 grand, probably on the low end for these, and then of course they get higher.
Each?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So if we want to do it, I think rental at least for the beginning is the way to go.
Yeah, I'd like to try that out for a month.
Now again, we only have this one quote. It's only from, the quote is actually, let me read you the quote. It's from Northside Sales, out of North Little Rock, Arkansas. And it's a monthly quote. Like I said, it says monitor pump, parts per million H2S sensor, H2S sensor with Pelican case, wiring. It does require power, so that's probably something we'll have to look at with a tripod. $1,200.
Battery power or?
Probably have to get a power pack set on the ground over there by it.
Switch them out. Pick up one.
Let me see too. Let me tell you what he said about this.
Are we allowed access to the landfill, do you know?
Answer the same way. I hope we would be able to.
Hope so.
So he gave a little breakdown for this. So he said this specific one that we're talking about is a normal electrochemical sensor monitor typically used in construction, oil and gas, etc. It comes mounted in a Pelican case and has a battery, but would have to be regularly recharged or have a power source present. So there we go.
No.
The one quoted can have multiple other gases in addition to H2S.
So what, our other one has that same case.
This one can have multiple other gases in addition to H2S if requested, and is $1,200 a month to rent. They have to be regularly calibrated with calibration gas.
Where do we get that?
Multiple would be needed if we want to put them other places because they will not communicate and they won't communicate with each other. So there, it's like a single sample.
Where do we get the calibration gas?
I would assume that they would calibrate it correctly.
That's how it, yes, that's how it sounded at least.
I mean, if you're
To
renting
us.
it, I would think they're gonna maintain it. But I didn't
Yeah.
get these quotes changed, so.
Yeah.
We'll have to.
We can clarify that
Yeah.
for the, I mean, obviously we can't use it if we don't have the
We
calibration.
don't wanna,
Yeah.
we don't want it if it's not gonna work, so.
Yeah, yes.
So what are you thinking, like renting 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4?
You did
What's-
get
what
4,
do you-
right?
do you have- what are your thoughts?
I mean, I think we for sure need one at the source of the site. I was thinking 1, 2, somewhere in the neighborhood. But again, I don't know where to put it that we can guarantee damage, you know, or not damage, I guess not damage. There'd be a lot of places we can guarantee damage, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I was honestly thinking, I mean, just off the cuff, today I was thinking like, I could ask Dusty Wells, but then I don't want that liability on him. I mean, that's not his fault if somebody comes in his yards and does
You can stick
something,
it in my front yard, I don't care.
you know,
You put it on in my yard too.
I have
So-
cameras.
Best
You
you
can
got
stick it in
cameras.
our backyard.
so
That's a good place,
I
cause we
mean-
have it a lot.
a couple.
It'd be nice to have it right back in your.
Yeah, right in the back pasture there in the low area.
Let's
You'll
strike
get a
2
reading.
of them out and see how that works.
2?
Yeah. I intend to make that a motion, but what's the go with the checking out the meters and citizens taking them home? Is that being looked at very good, or?
Oh, hang on, let's stick with this. If you, is that a motion that you made?
I'll make that a motion, yeah.
Okay, so
2.
your motion is to move forward with renting 2.
Renting 2.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a model number or whatever.
Well, it is, I can give you the quote number and then I read you the quote. It's quote number,
Was there 2 different options, one for a multi-gas reader and one?
this one is multi-gas.
That's what-
Yes, it
yeah.
said it can be multi-gas, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll clarify, yes. So this, the quote number is 15343. That's the quote number. And I can send these out.
Okay, I make a motion that we
Careful about offering anything.
accept quote 15343 for 2 machines to start out with and see how we go from there. And if we need to get more, we can get more.
For 1 month.
For 1 month.
You're starting for 1 month.
Right.
Okay, so we have a motion by Bob LaTurner to move forward with quote 15343 with renting 2 for 1 month. Is that correct? Second by Jamie Jackson. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
One of your cards on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just-
And once we get those in, we'll see, and maybe it's something where we can even move it once a week or something too. You know, keep the one, I think we should keep one locally. Hopefully they're at the landfill, but then maybe weekly move the second one until we feel like, if we feel like it's beneficial, get a third one or whatever.
Could you get hold of Michelle and tell her we're bringing stuff down? You know, do we-
Yeah. Yeah, we'll probably have to ask. Okay, do we, we need an executive session?
We'll do that now.
Yeah.
I entertain a motion to enter executive session pursuant to KSA 75-4319, section 2, for consultation with an attorney. In a relationship would be deemed as an attorney-client relationship to discuss potential claims of the landfill.
So much.
Oh, how much
For
time?
15 minutes, and we will resume back here.
Who do you want to keep in?
Let's keep it in.
Okay.